back if you're joining me from another video. If you're joining me for the first time, hello! I have another smart doll unboxing. Now, if you have been watching me on Instagram, you'll know it has been quite some time since I got this girl. I first opened her up, I checked everything was okay, put her back in the box, and I've been waiting to open her. Like, seriously, every time I see this box on the to open shelf, I've been looking and thinking, my God, I can't wait. I actually don't know how I lasted this long, but finally I am going to release her from her captivity and put her into my city. I'll explain a little bit about her, etc. And we can all get to know her. So Smart Doll is a hinged BJD, which is produced by Danny Chu, and these dolls are my favorite things, basically. They're my favorite collectible dolls. I love them. They are not cheap, but just right now, while the yen is quite low to the American dollar, it is a great time to start investing in them. Now, if you've brought them, they come in this purpose-built box, which is perfectly suited to carry the bag. And what do I say every single video, ladies? Best book carriers ever. I absolutely love these bags. So recycle your boxes, please. We'll put that down there. This bag here, you have two things within these bags. You will have the Smart Doll you have ordered, and you will have your accessory box. On the front, keep calm and carry a Smart Doll, and I certainly do love to carry them around. I have so many girls now, and I all have them in my Smart Doll city, where they have names, they have jobs, they have personalities, and I just love adding to them because it makes me happy. And if something makes you happy, why not? So the first thing I'm going to bring out is effectively your essential 3 pieces and your accessory box. When you buy a full Smart Doll, in the box will be a wig, a telescopic stand, effectively a third leg, and a little information piece. Then on top of that, any body additions that you wish to purchase, any clothing, just any other little bits that you throw on top. Of course, we all love to throw things on top, don't we? Come in this box. So I'm going to put this, actually I'm going to go through what's in this box first before I go to her. So now that I've got all of the pieces out, I've put my dolly aside. She can wait for a minute more. I've been waiting this long to open her. I want to go through the accessory box first. Now, as I stated before, the accessory box has your 3 essential pieces, which I'll bring out first. So you get your wig. Now, on the front of the wig, it will state the color. So this is an apricot beige. You will get your telescopic stand, which let's bring Tiffany Smart Doll Knowledge up here for. So it's essentially a third leg. It's something to help your Smart Doll stand up. They can actually stand on their own. Try not to trip them over while I'm putting them back there. They can actually stand on their own. That's one good thing with Smart Doll. As long as you're careful with the joints, their joints are strong enough, they can actually stand on their own. And then you get your Don't Feed After Midnight card, which is essentially as much an introduction to Smart Doll as it is to Danny Chu. And one thing I have to say, if you're new to Smart Doll, read the website. Read all the things he has there, because it is an introduction to the creator. And if you like his humor, of which I am most definitely a fan, anyone who knows me knows that one of my things in life is be kind, but take no. I'm certainly, Danny strikes me as that sort of person. And then additionally on top of that come your body pieces or your clothing. Now, I have purchased another one of these beanies. I love these beanies. So you can see Addison, who is wearing one here. I have another one of these because those I love. And then I had to get the new Mori Girl Set, outfit set, which comes with a greeny blue t-shirt. It's one of those colors that can be in between depending on who's looking at it. You sway more to whatever side you want. And then a light earthy red pants and a off-white overshirt basically. So I love the introduction of color, and I thought this beanie went amazing with these pants. So this is what I purchased to put my new girl in. Let's get to her. And by the magic of editing, she has just appeared from the nether, darling. So they come in bubble wrap, and then they come in another plastic bag. They will always come in this weird sort of, I don't know which way it shows on camera, but I call it the L shape. I don't want to turn her around because I haven't seen her since I first opened her. So this is the first time I'm looking at her beautiful face since then. Let's do the new doll squeak. She has the squeak. It was kind of like a very, very low squeak compared to some, but it was there. Off comes the bubble wrap. She is in the T-tone. She is of the G07 mold, and she has Mirai on her neck. She is a smart doll Courage. I have been watching and lusting Danny post pictures of her on his Instagram for so long that the moment she came out, I had to have her basically. She skipped the queue. There were other girls waiting to be adopted, but she skipped the queue because I needed her. Oh, other way around, Lisa. Duh. Courage for me has the vitiligo. She is got the markings there. I'm not an expert in vitiligo. I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly. I'm not even an expert in birthmarks. Until Smart Doll introduced me to red birthmarks, I just assumed what naturally I had seen my entire life, which were birthmarks were of the brown color. But now I know that they come in this red color. So it's a fantastic way of introducing people to different medical conditions, different things that people have to deal with in their lives. I love it. I love watching videos, especially where people are taking a piece of them and their trauma in life and explaining it through a doll and what it means to them. They are beautiful videos. I've always tried to comment on them, you know, saying I love this. This is what Smart Doll I feel for me represents. I am looking forward to seeing her. I already know she's gorgeous because I've already seen her once, but this is the time I get to release her and say welcome to my city. If you're new, I have a Smart Doll City. I have loads of videos on all these Smart Doll openings, and all my girls become part of it. So here we go. Here we go. Oh my goodness, she's beautiful. She is just stunning. I love, love, love her. And those eyes, the color choice he's made in the eyes really set her face off. She is gorgeous. The vitiligo, I love that he's introduced it to the face, because as females, we are very self-conscious of how we present ourselves, etc. So in his dolls, he always makes it about the face, probably the most dominant thing in all of us that we worry about, etc. Here she is, but he also introduces it down into the neckline and the bust and the arm. So it's not just a one spot thing. He actually has it as incorporated into her basically. I am in love with her. The underwear set matches her eyes even. So this is where I find Danny is very, very good. He is pedantic in his steps. He is he chooses, he thinks, he chooses again, and one of his things that he says, if he isn't happy with it, then he won't sell it. He wants to create things that he would like himself, and Smart Doll is great for that. She's so incredibly beautiful. So what we're going to do now is we're going to bring the camera down. As we do, we're going to get her dressed up. I'm going to talk a bit about who she is to me, how she fits into the city, and start loving her with her and bonding with her. And I know that now I can take her out with me. You want to go Starbucks, sweetheart? Yeah, she wants to go Starbucks. Now turn me down. I am closer to the mic now. Just before we get into dressing her up, I want to really show her face and how gorgeous she is. So if you're considering getting to her, you can have an up close look. She has gray eyes. They almost in some ways turn into a blue, but they are most definitely gray. Here is her profile shot with that beautiful little nose. She is a nose picker, so she has those nostrils. She has beautiful plump lips, a closed mouth. Her blushing is actually very strong. I find her blushing very, very strong. You can't miss it basically. And I wonder if that is because the mark is then painted over it, so they want it to show through. If it was only a hint of blush, it wouldn't really do much of anything. So it is quite dominant, the blushing. All her eyes are done in a black with the base with flecks, a brown behind, and then there is an almost a mud brown, like a cack mud brown. Her eyebrows have 2 flicks there. I don't think any of my other girls have 2 flicks on the eyebrows at the end. No, they are all 1 flick eyebrows. So she has 2 flicks on her eyebrows there. Her vitiligo is coming from the top here and going down the side of her face. Will come down to here. So it then continues, starts and continues down the shoulder here, over the shoulder blades, down towards her chest. There is a small mark over here, and then on the upper of her arm. I think this is fantastic representation for people. You know, I think that when we have none of these things, we really take for granted how ordinary is lucky in some ways. How ordinary you are, and that we could take pride, and as we grow through life we can take pride, and there are a lot of people who have confidence in themselves and it doesn't, but there are a lot of people who are affected through these things because kids are cruel, you know. Until we grow up, kids are pretty cruel. I love her. I hope you love her too. I hope I'm portraying the right message that I'm meant to be getting across. If you have this condition, let me know if you were okay with it, if other people were okay with it. I love life stories. I am one of those people, if you write me a life story, you don't have to write it out in public. Go to Instagram, write me a life story in a private message. I will read it and I will respond because I love life stories. I love people in general. So I have decided that her name is going to be Yrsa. So not the Yrsa as in the star Yrsa bear, Yrsa as in Yrsa, which means a little she bear. And the reason I have this name is Courage, who is now going to be Yrsa, she has learned how to develop courage rather than having courage. She is someone who basically went through the bullying, she went through those steps, and she had to learn to love of herself through courage and tears and fears, etc. And now she is in a space in her life where she does have the courage to say no or tell people where to go if she feels they're being inappropriate. And she has studied to be a lawyer. Not just any lawyer. I'm not going to make her a criminal lawyer or anything like that, you know, start doing any of that sort of stuff. She is an intellectual property lawyer, but she is a strong activist. She is a strong believer that if you don't stand for anything, you fall for everything. And if there is something that she feels is unjust, absolutely she will be there protesting, writing documentation, making sure that that right is done in her eyes, basically. So she has become the embodiment of courage. Through her trauma, she has not completely overcome her trauma. Anyone who says they overcome their trauma, I think lies a little. Our trauma stays with us for life. It is always in the background somewhere. Things that made us feel uncomfortable, that made us scared, it is always something back there that basically a little voice in the back of our head that says maybe not, or you shouldn't do this, or whatever, you know, or that person hurt you, etc. So I always think when people say, I overcome it, I always think, no, you've just learned that you now can accept it and get on from it, move on from it. This outfit is so incredibly easy, by the way, to put on. I love the Mori Girl Set. I do have the original one, which is in the, who's wearing it? Oh, Diana. Oh, I haven't got Smart Doll Survivor out here. I should actually have her out here. She is in the original set, which is in the white, the gold overshirt, and the black pants. This is just I love this coloring. I love this coloring. I would never have put these two colors together, but it works so well. So these pants, they're not bell bottoms, they're just basically flared out there. They're in a comfortable clothing. Again, the t-shirt is also a very comfortable t-shirt, almost dress. And then we have this. Now, while you are watching me, if you're new to Smart Doll, you will have noticed that hinged ball jointed dolls are fantastic to dress because you can pull them apart and make it super easy. One thing that you can't do with strung dolls, you have to have pegs, you have to have strings, and if Lord God knows that if one of those things comes out at the wrong time, you have to spend the next hour fighting with your dolly to put her back together. So hinged BJDs I love in that, especially for people with RSI in their wrists like me, or who suffer from conditions around their wrist area here. You can easily put them, dress them basically. I don't want your Yrsa, your head's running off. So one thing that I wanted her to definitely do is I wanted to have her something a bit quirky. She collects tropical fish. She loves tropical fish. She works in IT, legal IT during the day, but at night she loves tropical fish. She does enjoy hiking and camping and all that sort of stuff. I think I've got a few other girls that enjoy hiking and camping. She likes being out in the world, and as I said, she is someone who, if she knows there's wrong going on, she wants to fight for it. Fight for the right. So this is the long, flowy, what I call the overshirt. It's weird in that it doesn't have any sort of seam to do it up, but at the same time it works for me. It is, I think it's cute. I'm rambling a bit because I'm a tiny bit sick. My throat is really sore right now, but I think that's just from enjoying myself a bit too much the last night. Not sickness as in spewy sickness, more sickness as in, man, you shouldn't have done that, girl. So this wig here is very much like my prototype Shining's, the apricot short wig. Shining is a one of a kind. You can check out her video. I absolutely love her. In fact, she features in a lot of the stuff I do because she is so unique and special. Now, I should probably say this. If you're new to Smart Doll and you're putting on the wig, one of the biggest pet peeves I have, and I try not to say it too much to people, but I'm going to say it in my videos from now on, is people putting on wigs and they're starting their wigs from here. They're giving their girls these monstrous Neanderthal foreheads. Pull your wig down. It should sit about here. Otherwise, your girl's just exposing a little. I mean, I'm sure she's got lots of brains and all that sort of stuff, but yeah, it looks a bit weird on photos. And I'm always wanting to go along into the photo and kind of be like, pull it down. Very unladylike, isn't it? All right, so for me, I always hold in the center and then pull down from the back. It is the easiest way for me to put the wigs on and to adjust it. Yeah, this is pretty exactly like Shining's wig. Curl in the sides. I think it's just the way it's been styled at the original. Now, let's make sure she doesn't have a big forehead. Let's pull her down to there. Look how pretty she is. Look how pretty she is. Let me get her up here. Look how beautiful Yrsa is. Yrsa. So incredibly beautiful. That is a darling face on a doll, if ever I saw one. And ignoring the vitiligo, ignoring that, I'm going to say ignore that. Those eyes are spectacular. Those grey light eyes just shine. Now the vitiligo makes her face all the more special and pretty. I actually like it very much. But those eyes sell it. He has chosen very well with those eyes. I think they're just so precious. So on top of that, we've also got a matching beanie. Addison's probably up there. Knowing Addison's personality, she's right here holding my little A-Zone fairy doll. She's probably saying, I don't want to wear my beanie anymore. The fact someone else has it doesn't make it special. I don't want to be like everybody else. Well, Addison, you're not, sweetheart, and everybody knows it, trust me. There we go. That goes so incredibly well with those pants. Yes, there's more of a purpley hint to the beanie, but it still goes so well. All right, let's get back up there. Okay, here she is standing up. So incredibly pretty. I mean, all smart dolls have a special place in my heart. I absolutely love them. These are not all my smart dolls. Unfortunately, I'm getting so many now, I can't fit them all on the table. I tried last time and they just kept on falling down and I just got so frustrated. So if you're new to smart doll, essentially at the moment there is 4 tones available, though I'm not sure if blue is anymore. I don't know, there's pieces coming out, but I'm not too sure. There is the cinnamon, which Smart Doll Knowledge here is, who is my Tiffany, my school teacher. There is the Cocoa, who Smart Doll Justice Serena is here. And then there is the T, which is Smart Doll Courage's tone here. Now there is also Smart Doll Blue. But I think if you want a Smart Doll Blue doll, I highly suggest that you get one now if you see one available, because soon the blue will be going out, soon the grey will be coming in. So blue is on the way out if you're into those alien girls, if you're into those avatars, you know, the cat people, meow meow. Kitty kitty meow meow. Definitely get in now before the price goes whoop through the roof. I imagine with Japan opening soon to visitors, the yen is slowly going to rise. So again, if you're looking for a doll and you're in the US, now is the time to buy. There is also a discontinued tone, which Casey is here, who is my Smart Doll Starlight. This is my first ever Smart Doll. It is the lightest tone there is, and this is Smart Doll Milk. Be very careful with milk. I've been not had any issues, but a lot of people have had staining issues with milk because it is such a light tone. Okay, so these are some of my girls. I love them all. I love Yrsa, and I'm so glad. I'm so sorry you kept up in that box for ages. I am going to be getting her shoes. AliExpress is a fantastic place for shoes. I love their sneakers. They're highly affordable. If you're looking for 1/3 BJD sneakers, AliExpress have them, and they're very, very cheap. Smart Doll clothing is not cheap. However, Smart Doll clothing is exceptional. It is beyond. If you ever at the markets and see anything with this little tag, Mori, and it's pretty cheap, you've made some buck, darling. Oh dear. Okay, girls, look, I'm not going to do an all over of them this time because there's just so many. I am actually going to do a catch-up video on how many smart dolls I have and who they are, etc. That will be coming eventually. I do have 2 smart dolls to open still. So soon I will be opening Smart Doll Melody in the cinnamon tone, and soon I will be opening Smart Doll Perseverance in the cocoa tone. Both beautiful. Both can't wait to open them up. And hopefully with my job now at a stage where I feel that I can go in and work by myself sort of thing, get things sorted, we will get back into the videos. If you love smart dolls, Please give this video a thumbs up. If you love dolls in general, please subscribe. We love to open dolls here. We love to share. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. See you in the next video. Bye bye.